Do you have the qualifications and the training you need to succeed in that English-speaking job? Are you prepared with the skills that are necessary to be successful in this job position? Many students finish their university studies and look for jobs around the world using English. And it's very important to be able to understand the qualifications, the training, and the skills you need to be successful in international English-speaking jobs. In this business English lesson, we're going to focus on learning vocabulary and expressions just for that. Understanding the qualifications, the training, and the skills for succeeding at an international job where you use English for business. These vocabulary and expressions will help you when you have an interview for a company position or when you're trying to get a promotion to a higher position. Let's go ahead and take a look at some new vocabulary and expressions in business English. Your resume or your CV is the perfect place to list your qualifications and the training you have had that has prepared you for this job position. What are your qualifications? Well, probably your university education is very important as one of the first qualifications for the job. So let's look at a few descriptions of a degree that you received from university. If you received a degree that's 3 or 4 years long after high school at a university, this is generally called a bachelor's degree. And you would get a Bachelor of Arts or a Bachelor of Science degree. In North America, we typically abbreviate these like this, a BA or a BS. However, British English abbreviates a little differently, like this. If you continue to study after your undergraduate degree and you got a postgraduate degree, then generally you would have a master's degree. You could have a Master's of Science or a Master's of Art. If you are preparing for working in the business world, then it's possible that you have an MBA, a Master's of Business Administration. These 3 types of master's degrees are abbreviated like this: an MA for Master of Arts, an MS for Master of Science, and an MBA for Masters of Business Administration. And just as for undergraduate degrees, the Master of Science is abbreviated just a little differently for British English, as you can see here. So you must list your education on your resume or your CV. This is where the hiring manager will understand your qualifications, because your education will indicate what kind of degree you have and what your major was. Secondly, you always want to be sure to indicate the training that you have on your resume or your CV. The training indicates your experience, and this experience can be gotten from many different places. Training can happen during a job that you have had previously, where you gained experience doing a specific type of work. You could also receive training from different seminars and courses that you took in addition to your education. Some companies will provide you with on-the-job training for special skills. If you are doing business jobs, maybe you have special experience in sales and marketing. If you are in the IT industry, working with computers, you might have special on-the-job training related to software programming. You want to be sure to include this in your resume or CV. Hiring managers always want to know that you are continuing to develop your knowledge and your skills. And so you might indicate that you have taken e-learning courses. What's an e-learning course? Well, an e-learning course is an online course that you have taken to improve and upgrade your skills and your training. It's also possible that you have attended seminars and webinars. Webinars typically are online training that supplement your training regimen. So not only is it important that you indicate your qualification and your previous training, it's also important that you share the skills. Are you good with people? Do you have conversational skills or social skills that will benefit the new position that you're applying for? Be sure to tell about that. You can refer to different types of skills with expressions like this. I'm good with people. I have people skills. I'm good with computers. I have computer skills. I have programming skills. This means that you can write computer programs. If you have experience with management, you might say, I have management skills. And of course, every person who is working in the business world needs to have presentation skills. So you might communicate to the hiring manager that you have presentation skills. These are some of the more obvious skills, but you also want to explain in some way that you are good at the skill of problem solving. Every company will value an employee even more if the person is good at solving problems. So if you have problem solving skills, that's a benefit to your interview. How about negotiating skills? Do you have negotiating skills? In a future video, we're going to talk a little bit more about how to negotiate. This is important in the business world, and you must be able to do it well if you're going to succeed with business English. Negotiation skills are essential to succeeding with business English negotiations. And don't forget about language skills. Language skills are very important. And if you are an English speaker whose second language is English, then you should mention that you have language skills, because learning a language is not easy, and you have improved yourself so much by learning a language. So as you prepare for an English-speaking job position or interview, be sure to know your qualifications, your training, and your skills. These phrases are very important for preparing your resume and your CV, and for job interviews whenever you are taking a new position or looking to move up in your own company. I wish you the best of success and keep learning business English with Jerry. I'd like to know what your goal is. Why are you learning business English? What are you trying to reach in the future? Do you first need to work on your education? Or are you already working in the business field? Would you share this information with me down below in the comment? And let me know how I can help you more. Thanks very much for learning English with Mr. Jerry. If you want to learn more business English expressions or phone conversations, there are other videos on this channel that will help you do so. Please take a look at these. I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks so much for watching.